because I think Floyd at his best was a better defensive fighter than Crawford. Crawford's a better offensive fighter.
I'm Floyd Mayweather. With all the tools that Terence Crawford has, I will pick Terence Crawford to beat a prime Mayweather.
We've had a lot of comparisons between Terence Crawford and Floyd Mayweather. We've even had the conversation to go as far as who would win in a fight between Terence and Floyd, and I truly don't know the answer to that question.
I do.
You do?
Yes.
Yeah.
Max Kellerman broke down why a potential showdown between Terence Crawford and Floyd Mayweather would be nothing short of historic. He hailed Crawford as the most complete, undisputed champion of this era while reminding fans of Mayweather's unmatched brilliance in his prime. To Kellerman, Floyd's defensive genius made him nearly untouchable in his time, just as Crawford's versatile arsenal makes him dominant today. Crawford has already proven himself at the elite level, and Kellerman believes he has the tools to truly test even Mayweather. For him, this fantasy matchup represents the pinnacle of two generations, an unforgettable clash of supreme defense versus dynamic offense.
Was a better defensive fighter than Crawford. Crawford's a better offensive fighter, but in those kind of matchups, I think defense usually beats the offense.
I don't. Because Terence Crawford got more to bring. He got more to bring to the table.
He's a great
Floyd
fighter.
Mayweather got the little shoulder roll. I get it. Controls distance, but Terence Crawford is also a master at distance. Terence Crawford has punching power to hurt Floyd Mayweather. We saw that in the
Shane
Jab
hurt
Judah
him.
fight now.
Yeah, Shane too. Shane hurt him with the right hand.
hurt him as well.
Yep.
And did he fight Shane? But did Floyd fight Shane in his prime? Do you think he fought him in his prime?
Shawn Porter weighed in on the never-ending debates about Terence Crawford and Floyd Mayweather, noting how the comparisons often take away from appreciating their unique greatness. He explained that most people instinctively pick Mayweather in a fantasy matchup because Floyd's name is cemented as the undefeated legend. But Porter argues that this automatic lean toward Mayweather shortchanges Crawford's accomplishments. To him, Floyd is the pioneer, the original standard of dominance, the true OG. At the same time, Porter highlights that Crawford has carved out his own legacy, reminding fans that these two belong to different eras, each reigning supreme in their own time.
Comparisons between Terence Crawford and Floyd Mayweather. We've even had the conversation to go as far as who would win in a fight between Terence and Floyd, and I truly don't know the answer to that question.
I do.
You do?
Yes.
Yeah. Who will win that fight?
Floyd.
Floyd will win.
Yes, sir. I love you, Terence.
Always figures it out.
Yeah, he's
a chess man.
Yeah, his IQ in
But
that
the
shit.
funny thing about it is Terence has been the only other guy that people can say he always figures it out. You know?
Yeah, that's true.
But you gotta have an OG somewhere.
Everybody else, yeah.
There's an OG.
Somebody got to pioneer, right?
Figure out.
You gotta-
There's an OG you can't out-figure out somewhere. And I just believe Floyd is that OG you can't out-figure out.
Terence Crawford has responded to the endless comparisons with a statement that's both simple and powerful. He openly acknowledges Floyd Mayweather as the greatest of his era, a fighter who not only dominated but also redefined the sport. But Crawford is just as clear in saying that this is his era, and he's the one now setting the standard for greatness. His perspective blends respect with self-belief, reminding fans that greatness isn't about fantasy matchups but about recognizing the top fighter of each generation. It's this balance of humility and conviction that makes Crawford admired not only as a champion but also as a true student of the game.
To start making comparisons with your legacy to Floyd Mayweather, how do you feel you compare with Floyd with the resume you have now?
Listen, Floyd was the greatest in his era. I'm the greatest in my era. It ain't no need to compare me to Floyd or Floyd to me.
You talk the talk and you sure walk the walk. Confidence and aura is on another level. Could we see a run as a light heavyweight?
Nah. We ain't going out that much.
Now,
Terence Crawford has made it clear, fighting Floyd Mayweather isn't on his agenda. While fans love to imagine the dream matchup, Crawford has no interest in chasing or trying to beat Floyd. His focus is on closing out his career on his own terms. That stance shows maturity. He's not looking to build his legacy by tearing down a retired legend. Instead, Crawford is locked in on cementing his own place in history and walking away with dignity after accomplishing everything he set out to do.
About going for 51-0, being Mayweather's record was 50-0. That's something that you thought about.
I already said I was never going to Mayweather record. That's not something that I want to do.
Okay.
To be honest, I was going to retire if I didn't Errol Spence fight.
Terence Crawford highlights Canelo Alvarez's opinion as especially meaningful, because Canelo is one of the rare fighters who has shared the ring with both Mayweather and Crawford. So when Canelo says Crawford is the better fighter, it carries real weight. Still, Crawford keeps it respectful, acknowledging that Mayweather was the best of his time while asserting that now it's his turn to be recognized as the greatest of this era. That balance, between Canelo's perspective and Crawford's humility, shows that while outside opinions can shape the debate, the mutual respect between generations is just as important in defining true greatness.
One when you felt like you was the best, another when you felt like you was at a distance from the hydration was in the journey. So I don't know. Confident, Floyd, best fighter, in his era. And I feel like I'm the best fighter.
One thing that I thought was really interesting about the fight, I always love watching you switch stances as effortlessly as you do. You didn't do that a lot in this fight. You didn't have to. Were you expecting not to have to?
No, I feel like I could have, but didn't know why do something when something else is moving.
Terence Crawford has doubled down on his respect for Floyd Mayweather, calling him a legend and making it clear that constant comparisons aren't necessary. He emphasizes that Mayweather's era is already cemented in history as one of dominance. Crawford, meanwhile, is focused on carving out his own legacy, not by forcing a rivalry, but by building something different. In framing the conversation this way, he honors both men's careers, shuts down the endless back and forth, and elevates the sport by showing that greatness can exist in more than one form.
4 arms, and 6 eyes to be Floyd.
Floyd better than you? Keyshawn beat Tank?
Keyshawn beat everybody. Him and Shakur.
How you feel about them not fighting each other? That's cool.
Yeah, that's cool. They don't need to fight each other.
Was there anybody ever?
You can beat up everybody else.
Was there anybody ever like that in boxing with you? Because not really Shawn Porter, right?
Nope.
No friends.
I think Tim Bradley would have been like that.
Okay.
I think me and Tim Bradley would have been like that. I wouldn't have fought Tim.
If the opportunity presented itself against Floyd, you wouldn't, even though you admire him so much and he's so great.
Floyd, yeah, because I wasn't as close. Me and Floyd close now, but when Floyd was boxing, I wasn't as close with Floyd like I am now.
How do you beat Floyd though? Like, since nobody's been able to crack that code.
You think I would tell you?
We don't fight anymore. So that fight ain't gonna happen.
You gotta have 4 arms.
No.
6 eyes to beat Floyd.
Is Floyd better than you?
I think you got your answer.
Nah, I didn't hear nothing. Floyd better than you. Some fighters say, even like Javante Davis.
Beat you?
Okay, that's a no.
Chris Algieri also chimed in on the Mayweather-Crawford debate, stressing just how complicated these comparisons really are. He explained that arguments about who's the greatest rarely end, because there are too many variables, different eras, different opponents, different circumstances. Instead of trying to crown one as the ultimate best, Algieri believes fans should recognize that both men are extraordinary in their own right. His perspective cuts through the noise, reminding everyone that the obsession with ranking one above the other often distracts from appreciating the brilliance of both careers.
And no, the discussion about because Canelo was asked this question, who's better, Floyd or Crawford, and he immediately went to Crawford. Now, is that recency bias? Is that him protecting his own performance? Is that a veiled shot at Floyd? Probably all of the above. Is it really true? I don't know. And I think Crawford had a great answer. He goes, well, we're different eras. Floyd was, the best of his era. I'm the best of mine, which is a very diplomatic way to go about it. But listen, comparing the two is going to be an endless barbershop conversation that's going to go back and forth over literally the annals of time. I don't think we're ever going to be able to have a distinct argument where you're going to say, this is it. I actually want to do a video where I argue both sides with the same veracity and veracity. Because there is that much about it, and you can, which is an awesome thing, because this is going to be the barbershop like, yeah, well, Rocky Marciano or Joe Louis. Well, he knocked out Joe Louis. Yeah, but he's 170. Like, we're gonna. That's the kind of 27 years old. In real time with guys that we've all seen. Literally overlapping errors. So Those discussions will always be there. It's great fodder. It's great barbershop debate. In the debate, it's debate.
Yeah,
it's going to be subjective.
I agree.
I think objectively, I don't think there's a way to really separate.
Yeah, I agree. And I prefer, as I was thinking about it, like, wow, I can't believe I've watched the Floyd era, the Crawford era, the Usyk era. It's like I've gotten to see some really great fighters. You know what I'm saying? Like, and in the 90s when boxing was, everybody was going head to head. There wasn't a guy that stood out like Floyd, Crawford, and Usyk, where it was super dominant.
Robert Garcia praised Crawford's performance against Canelo Alvarez, stating that Crawford did exactly what he believed he was capable of. Garcia highlighted the power, skill, and composure that Crawford displayed in the ring, pointing out that the victory was a testament to his preparation and talent. By beating Canelo, Crawford proved that he could dominate even the biggest stars, something that strengthened his case as one of the all-time greats. Garcia's recognition further validates Crawford's place in the sport and shows that his achievements are respected by seasoned trainers and analysts alike.
He gave Crawford a really good chance. Did you see on Saturday night exactly why you gave him that chance?
I think so. You know, he's very talented. He's a very disciplined fighter also. He's healthy. And, you know, a lot of people were saying, oh, well, he hasn't fought or he looked too good against Madrimov at 154. How can he look good? He's a talented fighter. And that challenge for him pushed him even harder to train harder and to be better. That challenge, you know, went up against Canelo, moving up 2 divisions, hearing that people are saying, oh, he didn't look too good against Madrimov, so how could he look good at 68? Well, that motivated more, man. He trained hard. He did what he had to do. You know, like I always said, you know, I wasn't going to put money on it because it's also very dangerous. Like Canelo's a beast, strong. So I never really, you know, I wasn't going to put money on it. But I did give him a chance. He's got talent, man. He's got skills, and what he did was unbelievable, man. You know, there was another show that we do with Boxing Scene, and we had it right before the fight, at 4 o'clock, before the main card started. And they asked me, what's your final prediction? I said, you know what? I'm gonna say it, Crawford by decision. You know, because I talked to Bomac on Thursday night. They're in Vegas. And he seemed very positive, motivated. So that kind of gave me a little extra. You know what? My final prediction is Crawford by decision, and he pulled it out.